We're back here in Philadelphia. It's Friday before film club. And tomorrow our film is Rocky. So I'm here in Philadelphia checking out some of the sights. We just visited the Italian market. And now I'm at the Philadelphia Museum of Art. And this is where the steps are. I think some people think it's City Hall. It's not. In the film, Rocky runs up the steps of the Philadelphia Museum of Art. Here in just the area just north of City Center. So we'll take a look at the steps. We'll walk up the steps. We're not running with a camera. This is a beautiful statue. I missed my chance to cross over. So all around this area, lots of art. And this is Joan of Arc. Beautiful gold leaf. Always glimmering, always gleaming. This is just to the east of the Philadelphia Museum of Art, and you can't miss it. It's always shining in the sun, or even in the overcast. You can't miss it. We're gonna cross over here where it's safe. And just driving here, I've already noticed a big change to the front of the Philadelphia Museum of Art and the location of the Rocky statue. I was just here probably 2 months ago and it was in its normal spot. But it looks like it's moved. So we'll take a look at that. I do apologize if it's breezy, and I do apologize when I walk fast. Walking a little faster when I cross the streets, of course. Hey Pete, so we're back, and we left the Italian market, and now we're at the Philadelphia Museum of Art, and I'm about to climb the Rocky Steps. Hope you're having a great day, Pete. We are north of the city center. We just walked past the Joan of Arc statue. There's other artwork all around the museum. For me, the Philadelphia Museum of Art is the best art museum I've been to in the United States. Really closely followed by the Chicago Institute. But the Philadelphia Museum of Art has quite a comprehensive collection, but it also has historic rooms of different historic periods. So architecture, furnishings, decorative arts, all from different periods in American history and world history, actually, I should say. So we're walking around. Oh no, and I do see, okay, the Rocky statue is where it normally is. I think they've put another one at the top of the steps. I think that's what I saw. Hello, Hader Kakar. Nice to meet you. Hello, Anita. We are in Philadelphia, USA. And we're walking around to the steps in front of the Philadelphia Museum of Art. And there you can see people lined up to take their photos, making their pose with the Rocky statue. I'm not going to do that, but I will get a close-up of the statue. So if you visit Philadelphia, check out all the historic homes closer to the city center, closer to the waterfront. Make sure you check out all the great federal-style architecture, Independence Hall, Liberty Bell, but come up here and check out the Rocky statue. Created for the film, obviously. Rocky Balboa was not a real person. Rocky Balboa was created by Sylvester Stallone. Not a real character, but The statue that was created for the film became iconic and is located here. So this is a great example of where film becomes history, even fiction, right? This film has become so iconic in the 49 years, 49 years since it was made, has become an absolute film legend, and the character of Rocky Balboa also an absolute film legend. So even though he's not a historic character, the film is history and is part of our culture. Part of our culture. So I'm not going to pose in front of it. My kids have done that. I think my husband's done that too, but I have not. And that's okay, because I take the pictures. But now we're going to walk around the front and do the steps. And like I said, I'm not running. I could still fall down walking. So I'm not running because I'm afraid I'll fall down. I could still trip up these steps. So, yeah. Pete, if I trip up the steps, oh well. And there's the front of the statue. Get a good picture of the front of the statue. All right, and everybody taking their picture. Now they moved it from the, in the film it was at the top of the steps in Rocky, Rocky 3. Rocky 2 or Rocky 3? Rocky 2, when the statue is unveiled. And then here's the little Rocky mural on the mini visitor center here. So here we're on what's called the Ben Franklin Parkway, and there is so much to see all around this area. Once I do the steps, I'll walk around to as much as I can. But south of here is where you get to all the, all of those historic homes. By the way, Jay from Nerd Takes, do you hear that? That's our ice cream truck music. Wait a minute. Oh, it stopped. So that's our ice cream. We were talking on a prior stream about the ice cream music from ice cream trucks. This is the Baltimore, Philly, DC ice cream truck music, and boy does it get on one's nerves after a while. When I played softball, and there would always be a truck there for all the kids to grab ice cream after a game. But while you're playing softball and you're hearing that song for 2 hours straight, makes you a little crazy. So here's what I saw from my car. I saw a statue at the top. So there's, I guess, something happening here. The Philadelphia Show, Antiques Art and Design Show. And there is another Rocky statue up there. That's not been there before. So that's new. But any day of the year, you can come here and see people walking/running. But normally there's a family over there doing the run. There's some kids over there doing the run. As you do. But there are always people running. So I'm going to do it now. First, I'm going to take a really good look. And then from the top of the steps, you'll see when Rocky turns around and he looks down Ben Franklin Parkway here towards City Hall, but a much better view. So, certified GDK from Korea. Well, that's a great question. Never been one, but thanks for asking. I can count the amount of times I have heard an ice cream truck on one hand. Oh gosh, so Pete, I guess you're lucky in that respect, just because of the song. But watching some young men over there doing the run. All right, let's do this thing. If I run, I'll fall. If I run, I'll fall. Pockets are zipped. All right, let's go. Okay, I am running. Okay, sorry for the jiggly cam. Da, da, da. I'm running. I'm running. If I fall, y'all can make fun of me. Oh, people in the way. I'm running, I'm running. Oh, somebody's doing push-ups up there. That ain't happening. Okay, that was a careful run. And then he turns around and this, which is a great view. All right, so I'm gonna have to see the sign on this because I don't know why there's another Rocky statue here. So the entire entrance, unfortunately, to this beautiful museum is blocked. Let's see if we can see around the side. But you can see the neoclassical architecture, of course. Okay, I'm a little bummed. I'm not gonna climb up there. Not gonna climb up there. Maybe around this way, get a better view. But while I'm working my way over there, so this is the view. He turns around and he's looking down Ben Franklin Parkway. So I just want to get a look at the plaque as to why this is a reproduction. It's not how hard you hit, it's how hard you can get hit. And keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. This statue is dedicated to the great city of Philadelphia and the brotherhood of its people. Okay, so that was donated by Sylvester Stallone. You know what? So in the documentary I watched, it shows him boxing up his art because he's moving. Perhaps this is the Rocky statue from his home. So I'll do a little research on that, but I think it is. I think this is the one that we saw in the documentary. And perhaps he donated it to Philadelphia, which is really cool. Let's walk around this side and see if we can get a glimpse of the actual museum building, which I was hoping to be able to see. So the building directly straight ahead, that's City Hall. So I think some folks think when they watch the film that he's running up the steps of City Hall. No, he runs past City Hall, up Franklin Parkway to the art museum here. And you can see a little bit here of the architecture of the museum itself. And I think what this pathway is going to do is take us around the back, which is also an entrance to the museum. But maybe we can peek around here a little bit. I know, Pete, I love the style. But Philadelphia is one of those cities where you do get a nice mix of architecture, which is quite interesting. And again, this museum, it's my number one in the US museum. This one right here. Even with a tent in front of it, it's definitely a number one for me. Followed by Chicago Institute. The Baltimore Museum of Art is fantastic, as is the Walters Gallery. And I like the Portrait Gallery in DC. But yeah, this normally isn't here, special event. But this is where you want to get your view of the city. And it's enough of a clear day. It's not a bright, bright blue sky, but it's enough of a clear day to really appreciate the architecture here. and the view. All right, I'm gonna take a picture, so stand by. Okay, I'm back. I hope everyone came back. Good to take a few photos here and there where I can. Grab a thumbnail. Okay, back down. Easier than running up. Okay, I ran up carefully. Going down might be the problem. Careful. Careful, careful, careful. Hey, Holocron Library Fox, how are you today? We just ran the steps up to the other Rocky statue here. I believe this second statue is the one donated by Sylvester Stallone when he moved from his home in California, which is documented in the documentary Sly. He packed up all his art, and some of it he sold or gave away, and I'm guessing this is where the Rocky statue ended up because you saw in the documentary him packing it up. The original Rocky statue from the film is over here at ground level. So there are two Rocky statues here, which I did not expect. But we're looking down Ben Franklin Parkway here, and we're gonna take a walk down there because it's quite beautiful. Uh-oh. Can somebody tell me that we're back? Are we back live? I'm sorry. Yeah, I think the stream was suspended because I took a photo. So if somebody can tell me if we're still live, if not, oh, we're good. Great, thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I shouldn't take photos while I'm streaming, but sometimes the spirit moves me. So we'll take a peek over here. Yes, and there is a Rocky shop, of course. It's merched. It's merged. There's a Rocky shop, and then all those folks over there are waiting in line to take their photo with the statue. So at the beginning of the stream, you'll see me getting kind of up close with the statue. I'm not gonna go back over there now. The line is a lot bigger. But everyone goes over there to do the pose. So I'm gonna walk down Ben Franklin Parkway, and you're gonna see more art and a beautiful fountain and lots of flags. I like the flags. And the question is, can I cross here? I think I can. Yes, I can. Oops. Somebody's yelling. Okay. Wasn't me. I didn't fall down. All right. I don't know if this is exactly a crosswalk, but we're gonna hope and pray. I don't actually. Oh, the crosswalk is way over there. Okay, I see it. Well, you know what? We're gonna see what happens here. I don't recommend these kinds of crossings, as you do. So please don't follow my lead on this. Okay. All right. Follow the runner. Follow the runner. Follow the runner. All right. So we're gonna go here. I'm gonna hike over this chain. This has been my doom as well before. I leapt over a chain once and didn't quite make it. So we're in Philadelphia, if you haven't figured it out yet. We're in Philadelphia in the United States of America. We just visited the Rocky Steps and the Rocky statue. And now we're gonna walk south on Ben Franklin Parkway to see all the cool goodness down this lovely boulevard. And let's get better. The Philadelphia Museum of Art is also right on the Schuylkill River. Now, Schuylkill, when you look it up, it's not spelled anything like what you think it is. It's like S-C-H-U-Y-E, blah, blah, blah. lovely statue. Okay, no, I think better this way. Sorry, it got breezy. Okay, there we go. And there's our man, George Washington. Really nice statue. But as I was mentioning, the Schuylkill River is over that way. And there are hiking and biking trails along the river that are lovely. And that's another thing to do in Philadelphia besides seeing all of the great historic sites. Philadelphia is really known, in addition to history. Uh-oh, did I lose you all? Somebody let me know if the stream is back. I just got a notice saying we were disconnected. And if I don't hear a response from anyone soon, I will disconnect and start again when I get down to the flags. Let me know if we're here. Internet signal is good. Oh, good. Thanks, Pete. I don't know what's going on. I got 5 bars. I know that those aren't real. But where were we the other day? Oh, DuPont Circle. Oh my gosh, it just kept dropping. It dropped when I had something crazy like I had 40 people on the stream. And when I stopped the stream, I had 2,000 views in just a tiny period of time when the stream ended. So I was really bummed about that. I hit my 500 subs accidentally earlier this week when I was doing a live stream from the White House. And I wasn't even going to post that stream, except it ended up with something crazy like 23 watch hours, and I need the watch hours. So I did post the stream of me pub visiting around the White House. And now I do need the watch hours. So here, Ben Franklin Parkway, and you can see all the flags from nations around the world. And it leads down the street to this amazing fountain, which we're going to visit. And then I shall end the stream and go home. I didn't buy any food at the Italian market. I have nowhere to keep food cold. And my fridge is pretty full for Easter. So I did not buy anything at the market. Next time, I definitely will. This is a really nice view. What could be better? Sunshine, flags, beautiful buildings. Little too breezy. I'm sorry if that's annoying on stream. Ooh, that's very breezy. And I'm also sorry for bopping around. I'm trying to get to those fountains rather quickly. Ooh. You may also see a police officer pull me over if I'm not supposed to be in the middle of this street. Ooh, so sorry for the wind. Wow, it wasn't this breezy earlier, so I do apologize. I'll just go on mute for a second here. guess this street is somewhat like a wind tunnel because it got violently windy there for a minute. So I went mute. Oops. I'm gonna do that again. Yeah, this is definitely somewhat like a wind tunnel. I'm gonna cross over when it's safe to do so. Get out of the middle of this street. Yeah, the flags are beautiful. The wind is great for all this flag action going on here, but can't hear myself think. All right. So over here, all up and down this parkway are works of art. And here, one of the thinkers, there are several statues of the thinker around the world. And this one here is one of them. So let's go take a look at that. Oh, I'll cross here. Dude. Okay. That was almost the death of me. He blew right through a red light. Right through the red light. So this is the Rodin Museum here in Philadelphia. We'll check this out. Where am I? Path, I am in Philadelphia in the United States of America. We just visited the Philadelphia Museum of Art outside, the Rocky Steps and the Rocky Statue. We're walking down the Ben Franklin Parkway, and this is the Rodin Museum. There's artwork up and down the parkway. And this is the thinker.
So you learned this from school?
One of the thinkers. There are several. It is Always Sunny in Philadelphia. What a great show. Oh my God, what a great show. The Thinker by Rodin. And some other works by Rodin. Oh God, more steps. I never have a problem going up the steps. It's coming back down. Beautiful sculpture garden. Oh, and a dogwood. How lovely. So this is another place you can check out in Philadelphia if you come north of all the historic sites like the Liberty Bell and Independence Hall. You'll find the Arts District. I wonder what he might be thinking. He might be thinking, I'm cold if it's winter. Not today, though. It's quite pretty today. It's about 70 degrees here today. All right, wedding photos happening here. Always a sight. Don't know about getting married on Good Friday. I'm not sure I don't know. Not sure I approve of that, but good luck to them. We'll continue to walk down Ben Franklin Parkway until we get to the big fountain. It is a beautiful day. Oh, and there's another ice cream truck with that same song. Yeah, I'm gonna need one before the day is over. I didn't get anything at the Italian market, So maybe an ice cream truck ice cream would be a good thing. I live in Baltimore, so Philadelphia is 2 hours and a pretty easy drive. There is constant construction on I-95. You just have to get used to it. From Washington, it would be about 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 45. Thank you, Path. Yep, I'm lucky that I get to travel locally quite a bit. I work in Washington, and I'm very much into history and architecture. And I started taking videos just to log my own research. But then I found when I started posting them, people were actually interested in them. So I do it more often now. And I enjoy having, here's another one blowing right through a red light. Dude. Be careful of that here. It must be a Philly thing. They just speed up and buzz through the red lights. Pedestrians be darned. So down here, we're gonna head to the great big fountain, and I'm sure lots of flowers. Philadelphia is also known for, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it is the world's largest flower show, which is the Philadelphia Flower Show. It was earlier this year. I've been twice. My grandmother used to like to come to the flower show, so I went with her 2 times. And we had a great time.
I was thinking this last night before.
So I'm expecting to see lots of flowers around the fountain. There was also a 70s, okay, there's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, obviously Rocky. There was a 70s TV show that ran on reruns like in the 80s and 90s called, what was it called? Angie with Donna Pascal. That was here in Philadelphia too. Time equals money mentality is real on the East Coast. Oh my gosh. And that's definitely true. It's why we walk fast and why we talk fast. I think everybody moves at a slightly frantic pace here on the East Coast. And that's everything from New York, DC, Baltimore and Philly to some extent, Boston. When I worked for a short time in Seattle, like, people pointed it out all the time that I talk too fast. So this is a Civil War Soldiers and Sailors Memorial. Excellent. We'll take a look at that. And it says, each for himself gathered up the cherished purposes of life, its aims and ambitions, its dearest affections. And I can't read the other word. And being all with life itself into the scale of battle. And flung all with life itself into the scale of battle. Flung. Wow. I know red lights are more like guidelines. Hi, Clay. Nice to meet you. From Washington State. I was just talking about Seattle. And how I worked there for a short time. And people said I walked too fast and talked too fast. And it was nice to be with people who were enjoying a slower pace. All right, so we've walked all the way from the Philadelphia Museum of Art down, Clay, you know what I liked in that area? Okay, I'm gonna call the town the wrong way, I'll probably say it, but the little Nordic town of Poulsbo, around Seattle, and I got to hike Mount Rainier, which was amazing. And I got to go to Tacoma. And I did the ferries to the Native American, the Puyallup Reservation. Now I'm remembering all that. It was like 15 years ago. But it was a great trip. I need to get back there. Oh, and Path, you moved here too. All right, you're in Cali. Nice. Okay, so here's the view back up the Ben Franklin. Oh, and across here, the Franklin Institute. So that's like a sciencey center. Great for families and kids. And then the view back up the parkway, which we'll get from the center of this great big huge traffic circle with this beautiful fountain here. I know we're gonna see a lot of tulips. Tulips, most of the cherry blossoms around Washington, D.C. are done with, but the dogwoods and magnolias are still blooming. And then here's the library, the Philadelphia Free Library. For my friends who are historians and genealogists, I did a video on my other channel about all the resources in Philadelphia for genealogy and history. And the Philadelphia Library is a great one. You can also visit the former immigration pier off of Washington Street. Washington Avenue. A lot of folks think, even in the US, think that every immigrant to the United States had to come through Ellis Island in the 1800s and early 1900s, and that is not true. Baltimore was the second busiest immigration port, and Philadelphia was not too far behind. And there's a lovely Shakespeare memorial, the Free Library of Philadelphia. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. Love that. But my favorite Shakespeare quote is the opening line to Henry V. Oh, for a muse of fire that would ascend the brightest heaven of invention. It is a line that reminds us to use our imaginations. And when Henry V comes up on the Film Club Wheel of Film, we're going to talk all about that. But today we're preparing for tomorrow's film club, which is Rocky, which is why we are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. I'm going to take a look. So now we can look back up. That is the Philadelphia Museum of Art, about 3/4 of a mile that way. We just walked down from there. Oh, Hamburg has cherry blossom trees. We have a large Japanese community. They sponsor an entire cherry blossom festival each year with beautiful fireworks. Oh, wonderful. Sakura. Sakura is cherry blossom. Beautiful. So we walked all the way from there. We did the Rocky Steps. We did the Rocky statue. And now we're down Ben Franklin Parkway to this beautiful fountain surrounded by tulips and irises. Adrian! I know. I watched the film again last night. It's so good. It's so good. And I watched the documentary Sly. I mean, I never knew as a kid watching the film that Sylvester Stallone wrote it, directed it, produced. I mean, this was his baby. When a studio finally said, yeah, we'll take it up, they didn't want him to play Rocky. And he was like, nope. And they wanted to offer him hundreds of thousands of dollars to just turn over the script and let someone else do it. And he stood his ground, which was brilliant. This is beautiful. So when I get up here to the fountain, the stream will stall again for a minute because I'm going to take a picture. The big tall building directly behind the fountain is Philadelphia City Hall. And it's in that style, that Second Empire, a little bit of Edwardian style, that also a lot of buildings in Baltimore. This is where Philly and Baltimore are so much alike architecturally. Oh, this fountain looks so inviting. Really does. It's not that hot, but this is beautiful. We'll walk around it. I'm going to pause the stream just for 1 second. Please stand by. Hey, we're back. Oh, it does look nice. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, swimming and pools.
I have a little wading pool that I put up in the summer. And I'm looking forward to it in my backyard. I mean, it's like literally just a kiddie pool, but I really enjoy it. Bye, Clay. Clay, it was really great to meet you. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, got a little one in the water. Fountain reconstruction took place from 1987 to 1990. Well, there you go. And it looks fabulous. What a peaceful place. Just a peaceful place in the middle of a stressful city. Lots of folks out grabbing some sun today with their families. Could be the last day of spring break for some, or the first day. Depends on when you had your spring break. Oh, and the water's blowing this way. Okay, we're gonna walk this way. Oh my gosh, I'm getting drenched. The wind. I know, right? What if those statues came to life? That would be a good film. We came up with an idea for a film a few weeks ago on Film Club. A real creepy one too. All right, let's see who this is. This plaque commemorates the site where John Paul II celebrated Mass. Oh, that's wonderful. October 3rd, 1979. Yeah, JP2 came here. He came to Baltimore as well. Wonderful. Look at what a great combination of color. Oh, so it's what happens. So, Path, it's what happens when a streamer, a streamer who might have like figurines or comic books behind him, what if they come to life and he doesn't realize it? So while he's streaming and looking at the camera, the statues and the figures behind him are doing evil things. So don't tell anyone. That's our secret. So you gotta follow Stasis Geek's channel to find out the rest. Oh, look at those bluebells in the middle there. I love a combination, whether it's architecture or flowers, of all different kinds. So here we've got tulips and other stuff. I just don't know what they are. Daffodils, bluebells, all different colors. Wow. What a great day to be outside enjoying Philadelphia. Well, I've been streaming for quite a while now, and I got to get home so I can prepare for all kinds of things this weekend. If you celebrate Easter, happy Easter. If you don't, have a wonderful weekend, whatever that weekend might be. Thanks everyone for joining me here in Philadelphia. I hope to see you on Film Club tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Stasis Geek's channel. Holocron, do I take down streams? My streams automatically go down to upload, and it takes them and I'm probably doing this wrong, right? It takes 6 or 7 hours to upload. So if there's nothing inappropriate in the stream, then I'll load it right back up. There were a couple of, cocktail streams that I'm not gonna load up, and some other things where there were just too many people, who were talking, and I just want to protect their privacy. But anyway, so yeah, this one definitely I will upload right away, as well as the one I did at the Italian market right before this one. So thank you so much for joining me on this wonderful day to check out Philadelphia and the Arts District. See you on Film Club tomorrow. Bye-bye.